Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from YAHUAH, our Father. And Yahusha, he is the Messiah, the one who carries the burden of Yah. His voice, our high priest, soon coming king. Hear, O Yasharal, Yahuwah, who is our mighty one. He is one. There is no other mighty one, brothers and sisters, than Yahuwah. And Yahusha is his voice. This is Brother Mayaka coming to you today with another question. Is your heart leading you closer to Yahuwah or away from him? The phrase, whatever you have purposed in your heart is what your actions will carry out, is a powerful reminder that our inner thoughts shape our behavior. So let me ask you a question, brothers and sisters. What is purposed in your heart today? Are your actions reflecting the righteousness required by Yahuwah, or are they leading you away from Yahuwah's will? How can you begin to redirect your heart? The Bible teaches us that aligning our intentions with Yahuwah ensures that our actions are righteous. What steps would you take to align your heart with his will instead of worldly distractions? Let's begin. From a biblical standpoint, the heart is seen as the core of a person's being, where thoughts, intentions, and desires reside. When the Bible speaks about the heart, it often goes beyond physicality and emotion, referring instead to a person's heart or moral center. What we allow to dwell in our hearts directly influences the kind of lives we live. In Mashallah, Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23, the Bible states, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This verse underscores the importance of monitoring and protecting the state of our hearts, because whatever we cultivate internally will eventually manifest in our actions. The condition of our hearts determines the kind of life we lead, which is why the heart is so frequently emphasized in Scripture. Guarding it is key to living a life that aligns with righteousness and Yahuwah's commandments. Similarly, in the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9, the prophet writes, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? This verse warns about the potential for the heart to lead us astray. It serves as a reminder that while the heart is central to our being, it must also be aligned with the will of Yahuwah, or else it can lead to actions that contradict his purposes. Left unchecked, the heart can generate desires that are self-serving, leading to destructive behaviors. These Old Testament references lay the foundation for our understanding how closely the condition of the heart is tied to one's actions. If the heart is aligned with Yahuwah's word, then righteous actions will flow. If the heart is led by selfish desires, then those desires will manifest in unrighteous actions. In the New Testament, this principle is expounded on both by our brother Yahusha and the apostles. Yahusha himself taught extensively on the connection between internal motivations and outward behaviors. In Matthew chapter 15 verses 18 and 19, Yahusha says, but the things that come out of a person's mouth come from the heart, and these defile them. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, and slander. Here, Yahusha explains that actions such as murder, theft, and slander do not simply occur without cause. They are the fruits of what has been harbored within a person's heart. If one's heart is filled with impure thoughts and desires, those thoughts will inevitably manifest in actions. Conversely, if a heart is filled with love, mercy, and compassion, righteous actions will naturally follow. James chapter 1 verses 14 and 15 echoes this idea. Listen up, brothers and sisters. Listen up. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. We are drawn away by our own lust, brothers and sisters. James underscores this process by which internal desires lead to outward sin. The progression begins in the heart. That's where it starts, folks. It starts right in the heart. It is the desires we allow to take root there that grow and give birth to sinful actions. If we purpose in our hearts to pursue righteousness, however, we will be led by the YAHUAH to produce fruits of righteousness. Halal YAHUAH. Understanding the power of the heart's intentions means recognizing the importance of aligning our desires and purposes with Yahuwah's will. This is a conscious decision that must be made daily. In both the Old and New Testaments, it is clear that what we choose to meditate on in our hearts will eventually dictate our actions. In Tehillim, Psalms chapter 37 verse 4, the psalmist writes, "Take delight in Yahuwah, and he will give you the desires of your heart." This verse reveals a key spiritual principle. When we delight ourselves in Yahuwah and make him the focus of our heart's desires, he will shape our desires to align with his will. When our hearts are filled with a love for Yahuwah, our actions will naturally follow in his ways that are pleasing to him. Again, similarly, in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8, the apostle Shaul advises, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Here, Shaul encouraged believers to focus their hearts and minds on what is good and righteous. By purposing in their hearts to meditate on these virtues, believers can ensure that their actions will reflect the same qualities. So in conclusion, brothers and sisters, the Bible repeatedly emphasizes that the state of the heart directly influences the actions we take. Whether in the Old Testament or the New, the heart is seen as the wellspring of life and action. Guarding our hearts and aligning them with Yahuwah's will and purposing to think on what is good and righteous will ensure that our actions reflect a life lived in faithfulness to Yahuwah. Just as a good tree bears good fruit, a heart focused on righteousness will produce righteous actions. Conversely, a heart led astray by selfish desires will lead to sinful behaviors. Therefore, the wisdoms in Mashallah Proverbs to guard your heart remains as crucial today as it was when it was first written. For it is in the heart that all of life's actions are purposed. Shalom. If this video has uplifted and edified you, don't forget to show your support. Hit that like button, share this message with others, and subscribe to Yahuwah's Remnant for more inspiring, truth-filled content. Let's continue growing together, walking in Yahuwah's truth, and spreading his name far and wide. Stay connected and make sure to click that notification bell so you never miss a new video. You are not alone on this narrow path. We're here to walk it with you. Blessings.